Chosen one, everything around you slows for a divine reason. The air feels heavier. Time itself seems to pause because heaven is leaning close. This is not a coincidence, not an accident, not an algorithmic moment. It's a heavenly interruption. You are being summoned, separated from the noise and positioned for something that will change everything. You have walked through storms that no one saw. You've smiled while breaking inside, carried peace while your soul bled in silence. But every scar has been preparation. Every delay has been strategy. You were not being punished, you were being prepared. It was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. This is heaven's reminder that you were never built to bow to fear. Fear was the cage, but faith is the key. Everything that has held you captive, anxiety, shame, self-doubt, begins to lose its grip the moment you realize who you are and whose you are. The power inside of you is not borrowed, it's divine. Love anchors it. Clarity directs it. That is why confusion has been breaking off your life lately. Heaven is realigning your mind to match your mission. You have felt the pull, haven't you? That invisible tug that tells you the season of silence is ending. The fire inside you can't stay hidden anymore. The time of questioning, of wondering why others seem ahead, is over. You were never behind, you were being trained in secret. Every delay was a layer of protection, because heaven doesn't release what it hasn't refined. Now you stand at the edge of transformation. The same ground that felt barren is about to bloom. Heaven has been preparing a platform beneath your pain. Every rejection was redirection. Every tear you cried in isolation watered the soil of your future harvest. You need to hear this. The world has tried to label you by what you lost, but heaven calls you by what you carry. You are a carrier of light, a vessel of authority, an instrument of breakthrough. The pressure on your life is not punishment, it's proof of purpose. Pressure only comes where potential is great. Chosen one, lift your head. The weight that's been on your chest is lifting. The spiritual heaviness that made it hard to breathe was never permanent. It was a sign that something inside you was expanding. Your spirit has outgrown your old environment. That's why comfort has turned to discomfort, and familiar places now feel foreign. You are evolving beyond the limits of who you were told you could be. Heaven is not asking you to be perfect, only willing. You are being called to step into obedience even when you don't have all the details. Because when you move in faith, heaven fills in what you cannot see. The path becomes visible only to those who walk it. You don't need to understand every step, you just need to take the first one. And when you do, alignment follow. You will notice divine appointments, unexpected favor, and moments that feel like déjà vu because destiny is catching up to you. Everything that was once confusing will start to make sense. You'll realize that the waiting wasn't wasted, it was weaving together the details of your calling. This is your moment of awakening. Heaven is speaking through signs, numbers, dreams, and divine nudges, reminding you that your life carries eternal weight. The shaking around you is not meant to destroy, it's meant to awaken. You are being repositioned for kingdom purpose. Do not run from this moment. Don't scroll past this word. Heaven orchestrated this message to reach you at the exact second your heart would be ready. The Creator of time Himself is speaking into your timeline, saying, "You are the one I have chosen." If this resonates within your spirit, if you feel that inner confirmation that cannot be explained, then act on it now. Speak it aloud. I receive my calling. Because every declaration you make in faith echoes through eternity. This is not the end, it's the unveiling. The divine script of your destiny is turning its page. The next chapter will not look like the last. If this message stirred something inside you, take a step of obedience. Like this message to affirm your agreement with heaven. Share it to release this word into someone else's atmosphere, and subscribe so you remain connected to every prophetic flow that follows. This isn't about numbers, it's about alignment. Now, as a prophetic sign that you are stepping into divine completion, go to the comments and type 7 Nuamasansveden, not as a superstition, but as a declaration. My waiting is over. My purpose is unfolding. Heaven is watching, and history is about to remember your obedience. Chosen one, something sacred begins to stir beneath your skin. The quiet fire you felt before is now a steady flame. It burns differently, not with chaos, but with clarity. You are starting to remember who you are beyond the noise of opinions and expectations. Heaven marked you long before the world named you. That mark cannot be erased. You might not have understood it at first, why the atmosphere shifts when you walk into a room, why some people pull away without reason, why you often feel unseen yet deeply watched. It is because your spirit carries a signature recognized in both realms. The mark of the chosen glows brighter in darkness, and that glow draws both favor and resistance. It is not punishment, it is proof. As the prophet wrote in the scroll of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4, "Go throughout the city of Jerusalem and put a mark on the foreheads of those who grieve and lament over all the detestable things done in it." That ancient mark was not just for protection, it was identification. A divine seal distinguishing those whose hearts still wept for righteousness. In the same way, heaven has placed a mark upon you. It is invisible to the natural eye, but unmistakable to the spiritual world. Angels recognize it. Darkness fears it. It tells creation that you belong to God and that your purpose cannot be stolen. You carry the evidence of heaven's ownership. That's why certain things no longer satisfy you, why certain circles now feel too small. You can't return to average once heaven has touched your life. You are a citizen of another kingdom, and the old habits, old patterns, and old distractions can no longer contain you. The mark you bear comes with weight, not the weight of burden, but the weight of glory. It calls you to live differently, to think higher, to walk lighter. It will not allow you to compromise where others do. That's why your spirit feels unrest when you try to shrink to fit in. You are not designed for blending. You are crafted for brilliance. There is a mystery about you that frustrates the enemy. He cannot decode why you survived what should have broken you, why your light still shines after so many storms. The truth is, the mark upon you carries divine resilience. Every time life tried to bury you, the seal on your soul declared, "Not this one." Chosen one, you must begin to honor the mark. Guard your purity, your peace, your spiritual energy. Heaven has invested too much in you to let trivial things dilute your power. You are not fighting for identity, you are fighting from it. Your very existence is a declaration that purpose is stronger than opposition. There will be moments when the loneliness feels heavy, when you look around and realize not everyone can walk this path with you. Do not mistake that isolation for abandonment. It is separation for transformation. God hides his treasures until the appointed time. The mark ensures that when your unveiling comes, it cannot be stolen or sabotaged. You are being refined into a vessel that can carry revelation without pride, authority without arrogance, and grace without compromise. The mark identifies you as one entrusted with divine secrets, as one heaven can rely on when truth must be spoken in a trembling world. Do not hide the light within you anymore. You were not chosen to be silent. You were chosen to embody holiness in a world that has forgotten what sacred means. Let your words carry weight. Your presence bring peace. Your actions reflect the mark you bear. The more you walk in obedience, the brighter that mark glows. And as you continue, remember this: the mark is not a finish line. It's a beginning. It's the heavenly signature that says, "This one belongs to me. This one is set apart for something greater." The world may never understand you, but heaven already celebrates you. The mark of the few is upon you, and nothing can erase what God Himself has written. You stand in the quiet aftermath of revelation. The mark upon your spirit still glowing with unseen fire. The air feels charged with divine certainty. You know now that you are sealed, watched, and chosen. Every breath carries the weight of heaven's assignment. Around you, the atmosphere shifts gently, as if creation itself recognizes your awakening. You walk lighter now, not because the journey is easy, but because your soul remembers its origin. The mark of the few burns steady, whispering, "You are not ordinary. You are ordained, chosen one." The waiting has felt endless, hasn't it? You've stood in that in-between space where nothing moves, where silence feels heavier than words. You've prayed, hoped, and even questioned whether heaven heard you at all. Yet here you are, still standing, still believing, still breathing under the weight of divine pause. That endurance is not weakness. It's proof that your spirit refuses to die before destiny arrives. You are not forgotten. You are not stuck. You are in the sacred middle, the space where God shapes what the world will one day see. You've been hidden not because you are unworthy, but because you are too valuable to be exposed too early. As spoken in the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 26. It is good that one should wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. These words are not an invitation to passive suffering. They are a call to spiritual maturity. Waiting quietly is not about silence, it's about surrender. It's the posture of those who trust that heaven's pace is never late and never rushed. You are learning the divine art of stillness, the rhythm of patience that turns anxiety into wisdom. In the stillness, something powerful happens. Your roots go deeper. You stop chasing validation and start valuing preparation. You begin to understand that sometimes God answers by saying nothing, because the silence itself is an answer. It tells you, "I'm working behind what you cannot see." Chosen one. The wait has been long because the promise is heavy. Heaven never hands destiny to untested hearts. Every delay has been refining your discernment, teaching you to hear whispers over noise, truth over flattery, purpose over distraction. You may not see progress, but growth has been happening quietly beneath the surface. The same way seeds split in darkness before they bloom in light. You have been breaking open in private so you can rise in public. Every tear, every sigh, every unanswered prayer, it's all part of the blueprint, part of the do not confuse silence with absence. The Creator of time does not panic with you. He prepares you. While you wait, heaven has been aligning the path, softening hearts, and building bridges you haven't yet seen. Soon, the appointed time will arrive, and everything that once confused you will suddenly make sense. Look closely at your journey. What you called delay was divine choreography. The friendships that ended protection. The opportunities that slipped away redirection. The moments that broke you construction. God was never denying you, He was designing you. There's a holy tension right now in your spirit, a restlessness that doesn't come from impatience, but from readiness. You know something is about to shift. You can feel heaven's movement under your feet. That's not emotion. That's prophecy stirring within you. Chosen one. Stand still but stay expectant. Don't mistake quiet for inactivity. Just because it's not loud doesn't mean it's not happening. The silence is the sound of destiny forming its structure. The promise is closer than it appears. When your waiting season finally breaks open, it will happen suddenly, the kind of suddenly that takes years to prepare for. And when it does, you'll realize the waiting wasn't wasted. It was weaving your character into unshakable strength. So right now, before the shift, leave a declaration in the comments: I will not rush. Say it as a vow, not just words. I will not rush means you trust that divine timing is your ally, not your enemy. It means you've decided that peace matters more than speed, and obedience matters more than opportunity. Heaven moves for those who wait with faith, not fear. Let that declaration become your anchor in the silence, because soon the silence will break. When you write, I will not rush, you are declaring that your trust is greater than your timeline. You're telling heaven, I choose patience over panic. This phrase becomes your shield against discouragement, a reminder that faith doesn't chase what's promised. It waits for what's appointed. I will not rush means you understand that divine timing protects you from premature exposure. It's your surrender to heaven's process, your way of saying, I trust the unseen. When you slow down in obedience, God speeds up alignment. Every delay becomes design. Every pause becomes preparation. Each time you whisper, I will not rush, the heavens record it as faith. The storms that once frightened you lose their voice because you've chosen peace over pressure. The world hurries, but you have learned the rhythm of eternity, steady, surrendered, unstoppable. Your patience becomes your prophecy. Chosen one, before the unveiling always comes the storm. The atmosphere begins to shift violently around those whom heaven is preparing to reveal. Winds of confusion blow, foundations tremble, and the familiar starts to crumble, not to destroy you, but to detach you. The shaking you feel is divine, not chaotic. It is the sound of heaven tearing away what cannot survive your next level. You've noticed it. Haven't you? People who once understood you now misunderstand your silence. Environments that once fit you suddenly feel too small. Opportunities that used to excite you no longer move your spirit. It's because heaven is upgrading your identity, and everything not aligned with that upgrade must fall away. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 10. See, I have this day set you over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down, to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. That verse describes exactly what's happening to you. Before God builds, He tears down. Before He plants new destiny, He uproots old patterns. The chaos you've been walking through isn't the enemy winning, it's heaven cleansing the ground of your life to make room for what's coming. The storm is not meant to scare you, it's meant to strip you. Everything false must go: false security, false identity, false dependence. You can't carry old weight into new seasons. That's why what used to comfort you now irritates you. Heaven is making sure you don't settle where you were only meant to pass through. In this season, you might feel isolated. The voices that once surrounded you may have gone silent. Don't misread it. Heaven isolates those it intends to elevate. You're not being abandoned, you're being repositioned. The same wind that seems to push you away is actually lifting you higher. The storm exposes foundations. It reveals what was built on truth and what was built on appearance. You are being invited to build again this time, not on emotion or approval, but on obedience. Storms reveal what sermons cannot teach. They show you what faith really means when comfort is stripped away. Chosen one, do not resist the shaking. What you perceive as loss may actually be liberation. Some connections must end so you can see the difference between loyalty and limitation. Some plans must collapse so you can understand that success without alignment is failure in disguise. This is not random suffering, it's strategic renewal. Heaven is resetting your priorities, teaching you that peace is more valuable than popularity, purpose more powerful than position. You're learning that storms are not sent to destroy the chosen, they're sent to define them. Think of the disciples in the boat. When the waves rose high, they panicked because they mistook Jesus' rest for neglect. But when he spoke, the storm obeyed. That's your lesson. Storms don't prove God's absence, they prove his authority. And the same voice that calmed their sea is speaking over yours even now. You are not losing control, you are learning surrender. Every wave that crashes against you is pushing you closer to the shore of destiny. You may not understand the pattern yet, but soon you will see that nothing was wasted. Every gust of wind, every crack in your foundation, every unexpected ending, all of it served a purpose. When you emerge from this storm, you won't be the same. You'll be lighter, wiser, purer. The people who see you will sense the change, though they may not understand it. You will no longer react the way you used to because storms refine your discernment. What used to shake you will no longer move you. And that's the secret. Storms do not end, chosen ones, they reveal them. When everything else breaks, you will remain. When others retreat, you will rise. Because the same storm that destroys the unrooted strengthens the anchored. So let it rain. Let the thunder roll and the winds roar. You are not in danger. You are in transition. The tempest around you is heaven's way of proving that your foundation is now unshakable. When the skies finally clear, you'll stand where few dare to stand, on the other side of surrender, carrying peace that no storm can steal. You will look back and realize the storm didn't come to end you. It came to announce you. And when the final thunder fades, silence will return. Not the silence of absence, but of completion. You'll feel lighter, clearer, unafraid. The storm that once terrified you will become your testimony. You'll walk forward, not as the wounded, but as the weathered, unshaken, refined, and utterly reborn. Chosen one, the storm is past, and now the air feels different. The world around you looks unchanged, but you are not the same. The silence after the storm is sacred. It's the breath of heaven resting on your shoulders. The winds didn't destroy you, they baptized you into authority. You survived what was meant to scatter you. You are standing where others fell, breathing proof that divine purpose always outlives the storm. You've learned that peace is not the absence of conflict, it's the presence of clarity. The same God who whispered to the waves now whispers to your spirit, telling you to listen, to rest, to begin again. Heaven is not rushing you, it's rebuilding you. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 30, verse 5. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And morning has come. You can feel it not in the sunlight, but in your spirit. There's a warmth inside you that wasn't there before, a quiet confidence that doesn't shout but glows. It's the realization that every tear you shed watered the roots of your becoming. You were being prepared to carry light with tenderness, to speak truth with compassion, to rise without resentment. This is the chapter where restoration begins. Not the kind that simply replaces what was lost, but the kind that transforms loss into legacy. The ashes have settled, and what remains is holy ground. From here, you will rebuild not in haste, but with intention. Every step forward will be deliberate, guided by the wisdom born from pain. Look closely at yourself now. Your heart beats differently. Your eyes see differently. The world no longer intimidates you because you've already faced its fiercest storms. What once broke you now bows before your resilience. Heaven has recalibrated your sensitivity not as weakness, but as discernment. You feel deeply because you see clearly, and so you stand here at the edge of revelation, the dawn stretching out before you like a blank page. Heaven is offering you ink made of grace and strength, and the next words belong to you. You will decide what story this morning will tell. Yet even now, the Spirit invites you to share your light. The world is darker than it knows, and your survival has become a beacon for others. Every scar on your soul is a line of poetry, every healed wound a map for someone still lost in their night. You don't have to preach, your presence already speaks. Chosen one, you've carried silence for long enough. The wisdom you gained in the storm isn't meant to stay hidden. The lessons that shaped you were never just for you. They are seeds meant to be sown into the hearts of others. When you speak, chains will break quietly. When you move, hope will follow like fragrance in the air. And here is where heaven's metaphor unfolds. Sharing what you've learned is not obligation, it's worship. Every time you extend what healed you, you build a bridge for someone else to cross. When you offer your light, you are saying, the storm did not win. So if your spirit feels stirred, if your heart knows this message is truth, let your agreement be gentle. Let it move like a ripple across still water. Allow your soul to nod quietly, as if saying, yes, I see myself here. That agreement is your act of love for yourself, for others, and for the one who never left you. And as this moment settles into you, feel the invitation hidden in it. The way dawn invites the world to wake without command. The way a candle invites others to light from its flame. That's what this is, not demand, but invitation. A chance to keep this light alive. So if this word has touched something sacred within you, let it show in the way that feels right. You might press your heart to the flame with a gentle like, letting your agreement shimmer softly like morning dew. Or let the light travel outward as you share it, a quiet ripple through souls still searching for dawn. And if you feel the call to walk this path continually, subscribe as an act of covenant, like one who chooses to keep a lantern lit through the night. Whatever you choose, let it be real, let it be beautiful, let it be yours. Because this isn't about numbers, it's about remembering that light multiplies when it's shared. And that your story, once whispered in pain, can now sing in freedom. The morning is here. The dawn is yours, chosen one. The mirror is before you now. Not the kind made of glass, but the mirror of spirit, the one that reflects truth. Not appearance. You stand before it, and for the first time in a long time, you are ready to look. Not at who you were, but at who you have become. For years, you carried fragments, pieces of yourself that others shattered, versions you buried under expectation and fear. But this mirror doesn't lie. It doesn't show what the world called you. It shows what heaven designed you to be. And what you see now is fire steady, sacred, unextinguished. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. That light is not arrogance, it is awareness. The awareness that your worth was never measured by how others perceived you, but by the one who formed you. Every scar that once made you shrink is now a signature of survival. You carry proof that grace rebuilds what pain tried to erase. Chosen one, you are not meant to remain small. You have outgrown the boxes of yesterday. The labels that once fit your pain no longer fit your purpose. The same hands that once trembled in fear now tremble with holy power. You are seeing yourself through heaven's reflection, not broken, but becoming, not forgotten, but forged. This mirror of fire doesn't flatter. It refines. It reveals the impurities that must burn away for brilliance to emerge. That's why certain habits feel uncomfortable now. Why certain conversations no longer sit right in your spirit. The mirror is speaking, and its language is truth. You are being purified, not punished. God is not angry with you, He is upgrading you. The heat you feel is not rejection, it's transformation. Fire never destroys gold, it exposes it. The mirror of fire is simply showing you that what remains after the burning is your truest self. So when you look, don't turn away. Face it, face the fragments, the flaws, the unfinished edges, because heaven can only heal what you're willing to see. The reflection before you is both past and prophecy, a reminder of where you've been, and a revelation of who you are becoming. You are not what happened to you. You are what God is doing through you. The shame that once kept you silent has no authority here. You have walked through flames that should have consumed you, yet you stand radiant not despite the fire, but because of it. Chosen one, this is your awakening. The mirror is showing you the truth: you were never ordinary. You carry divine DNA. You are light wrapped in human form. You are the testimony that even ashes can glow when heaven breathes upon them. The time has come to stop apologizing for your anointing. The light in you is not too much, it's exactly enough. Stop dimming it for those who refuse to see. The world needs your glow, not perfection, but authenticity. Your reflection is your ministry. Your transformation is your sermon. Let the mirror teach you this: you are both the flame and the gold. You are not finished, but you are faithful. And that is enough for heaven to move. If this word reaches the deepest part of you, if you feel your spirit rise in recognition, then let this moment become your declaration. Go to the comments and write the number 111, the number of divine alignment and spiritual awakening. 111 is heaven's reminder that your path, your purpose, and your spirit are coming into perfect agreement. It symbolizes unity between God's will and your willingness, a fresh synchronization of your life with heaven's rhythm. When you write it, you are declaring, I am in alignment with divine order. Look again into that mirror, chosen one, and what you see is not just you, it's the glory of God, flickering, refining, alive. When you type 111, you are not typing a number, you are speaking alignment into existence. It's your spirit saying, I'm ready for harmony between heaven and earth. Every one stands like a pillar of light, symbolizing unity between your heart, your purpose, and the divine plan unfolding before you. 111 is more than confirmation, it's covenant. It means the veil has lifted and your steps are synchronized with destiny. As you write it, imagine 3 beams of light merging into one Father, Spirit, and calling converging over your life. This is your agreement with heaven. I choose alignment over confusion. Chosen one, the moment you began to rise, the unseen world took notice. The same light that reveals truth also exposes itself to darkness. When your spirit awakened, the forces that once ignored you turned their eyes toward you, not because you did something wrong, but because your presence now carries weight in the unseen. You have become recognized in both realms. Heaven knows your name, and so does the enemy. That is why the pressure has intensified. It is not coincidence that strange heaviness has visited you in quiet hours, or that weariness has tried to settle on your shoulders for no clear reason. When light increases, resistance rises to meet it. But do not fear. Resistance only proves that the power in you is real, as the apostle reminds us in his letter to the Ephesians. Chapter 6, verse 12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. This is not meant to terrify you, but to clarify you. You are not fighting random battles. You are navigating spiritual warfare that confirms your calling. Darkness does not chase those who belong to it. It attacks those who threaten it. Every struggle that seems to appear out of nowhere is a signpost of destiny. But here is the truth that steadies you. Darkness recognizes your authority, not your weakness. The pressure you feel is the enemy's acknowledgement of your potential. You carry a frequency that disturbs chaos. When you walk into a space, atmospheres shift. When you speak, something unseen listens. Even your silence carries a vibration that hell cannot stand. Do not mistake exhaustion for defeat. The enemy's strategy is to wear you down so that you confuse fatigue with failure. You are not failing. You are being refined. When you feel drained, it's not because your spirit is weak, it's because your spirit is expanding to hold more light. Every battle is stretching your capacity for glory. Chosen one. This is why isolation sometimes accompanies power. Heaven allows you to walk through solitude to train your discernment. In the quiet, you learn to recognize what is divine and what is deceptive. Not every battle requires your sword. Some require your stillness. Some wars are won by silence because silence exposes noise. When darkness recognizes you, it tests your boundaries. It tempts you to react, to fear, to shrink. But remember, this power is not loud. True authority remains calm under pressure. The one who knows who they are doesn't need to prove it. When you stand firm in peace, you disarm the enemy without a word. You have already seen it, moments where confusion rose suddenly and then broke just as quickly when you chose not to engage. That's the evidence of dominion. You are learning to fight from victory, not for it. Heaven has already written your triumph. Your task is to stand in it. The recognition of darkness is not a curse, but a coronation. It means heaven trusts you enough to represent its light in hostile territory. God would not send you where He has not secured you. The fear you feel is only proof that something greater is awakening inside you. Do not curse the warfare. Let it confirm your worth. Do not run from the tension. Let it teach you endurance. Every resistance builds spiritual muscle. Every confrontation exposes another layer of your authority. The pressure is not punishment. It's preparation for dominion. And here lies the mystery when darkness recognizes you. It accidentally announces your arrival. What it meant as intimidation becomes your introduction. The same battles meant to silence you become the proof that heaven's seal rests upon you. So walk boldly, even through the shadows. Let your light do the talking. You don't need to shout your faith into existence. Your existence already testifies. The unseen trembles because your spirit carries the signature of heaven. Chosen one, understand this: you were never called to hide from darkness. You were created to command it. You are the storm that hell fears. You are the answer to prayers spoken generations ago. Your presence is prophecy fulfilled. So when the pressure rises again, when you feel that invisible resistance pushing against you, smile softly. It means the kingdom inside you has expanded again. The darkness recognizes you, yes, but it can't touch what heaven has crowned. And when you walk onward, shadows will bow instead of chase. You will move through the unseen like dawn through mist, quiet, unstoppable, radiant. The darkness that once stalked you will now serve as backdrop, making your light shine even brighter, proving that you were born to be seen. Chosen one, Every chain that has clung to your lineage begins to tremble. You may not have seen them, but you felt their weight, invisible restraints forged long before your birth. Patterns that repeated through generations, fear disguised as caution, lack wearing the face of humility, silence pretending to be peace. They have walked beside your bloodline like shadows following light. But now, in your lifetime, the breaking has begun. You were born as the interruption. Heaven placed you in that family, that city, that story, not by accident, but by design. You are the divine disruption that ends what should have never begun. Every curse, every cycle, every unspoken sorrow that haunted those before you now meets resistance in you. It cannot pass through you because your spirit refuses to continue the pattern. As declared in the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 12. Your people will rebuild the ancient ruins and will raise up the age-old foundations. You will be called the repairer of broken walls, the restorer of streets to dwell in. Those words are your mantle. You are not just surviving your history. You are redeeming it. You are rebuilding walls that crumbled under the weight of generations. Every prayer you whisper breaks a pattern. Every act of forgiveness rewrites the narrative. Every time you choose peace over bitterness, light over silence, you repair a wall your ancestors couldn't. But breaking chains is not gentle work. It shakes everything that was once accepted as normal. You may feel exhaustion that doesn't make sense, fatigue not from your actions, but from the warfare of being the first to stand against what enslaved those before you. That heaviness is spiritual resistance, not weakness. The deeper the roots of bondage, the stronger the pull when you start to uproot it. Chosen one, there are tears you've cried that didn't belong to you. They carried the ache of generations. Your mourning has been deeper because your spirit feels beyond your years. You have grieved things you never personally lost. That's because you are carrying the final layer of what they couldn't heal. Heaven chose you to complete what others began. Do not resent the weight, it's proof of your authority. Chains only resist those strong enough to break them. You are the bridge between what was and what will be. Through you, heaven is rewriting an entire lineage. The prayers your ancestors whispered but never saw fulfilled. You are the answer walking in flesh and breath. It's no wonder the enemy fought you early. He saw in you what others didn't, the one who would break the silence, the one who would expose the hidden pain, the one who would end the curse of pretending. He tried to convince you that you were the problem, but you were the prophecy. You were sent to break what broke them. When you feel misunderstood, remember this: pioneers are rarely celebrated while paving the road. Those who come after you will walk in freedom because of the scars you gained clearing the path. Your obedience will echo through generations that will never know your name but will live in the liberty you created. Chosen one, heaven is not asking you to carry the past. It's asking you to confront it. You do not need to fix everything, you only need to refuse to repeat it. Healing doesn't mean erasing history, it means redeeming it. When you forgive, you remove the enemy's claim over your bloodline. When you speak truth and you break the silence that empowered shame. There will be moments when memories resurface, not to torment you, but to give you the chance to end their hold. Patterns can only persist when left unacknowledged. You are the awareness that brings them to light, and in that light, they lose power. Look around your life, see how the old ways no longer fit, how the same conversations no longer comfort you. That's the evidence that your frequency has shifted. You are vibrating on heaven's wavelength, and the residue of old bondage can't survive at that altitude. Chosen one, rejoice quietly. The chains are breaking not in noise, but in clarity. The bloodline is shifting. You are not cursed. You are chosen to cleanse. You are not a product of your past. You are heaven's response to it. The weight you feel today will become the wisdom your descendants inherit. You will not only walk in freedom, you will establish it. You are the living prophecy of Isaiah's words, a repairer of broken walls, a restorer of sacred streets. When heaven looks upon your lineage, it doesn't see pain anymore. It sees you standing, shining, unbound. Chosen one, the time for standing still is ending. Heaven has whispered, the ground has shifted, and now comes the command to move, not just in body but in spirit. You've been trained in the silence, refined by the fire, purified through waiting, and now the call resounds through the corridors of your soul. Rise. This is not a gentle invitation. It is a divine command. The heavens are stirring the wind around your destiny, and you can feel it that pull forward. That urgency that no longer lets you stay hidden. You have outgrown the shadows of preparation. This is your summons into action. As written in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous? Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. That promise is not a comfort alone, it is a commission. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move despite it. You may not see the whole path ahead, but faith never requires sight, it requires surrender. The same voice that parted the Red Sea now whispers through your uncertainty, saying, step forward. Chosen one, this moment is holy ground. Everything you have survived has led here. You are standing at the intersection of prophecy and obedience. Heaven does not call you to safety, it calls you to significance. And significance often looks like walking into unknown territory with trembling hands but a steady heart. You have spent years gathering strength in silence. And now that strength must move, the season of hiding is complete. The same anointing that protected you in private now empowers you in public. You will speak, and hearts will awaken. You will move, and atmospheres will shift. You will stand, and shadows will scatter. The fear you feel is simply the echo of your old self resisting extinction. You are no longer who you were. You are who heaven says you are. And the time has come to act like it. You were never chosen to watch from the sidelines. You are called to step into the field to lead, to build, to heal, to declare. The earth has been waiting for your obedience. Creation itself leans forward, longing to see what will happen when you finally rise. You may feel unready, but readiness is a myth. Obedience is what activates destiny. Every great move of God began with a trembling yes. You do not need to have every answer. You only need to trust that the one who called you has already gone before you. The path may look impossible, but you are walking with the one who specializes in impossibility. Every obstacle is simply a stage for his glory to perform. Chosen one. Let this truth sink in. Courage is not loud. Sometimes it looks like a quiet step, a small decision, a whispered prayer. But heaven measures obedience, not volume. The smallest act of faith echoes louder in eternity than 1,000 declarations of fear. So now heaven's command echoes once more. Rise, move, and obey. The time for delay has expired. The wind of destiny is shifting and your window is open. Step through it. And as a prophetic sign of agreement, write in the comments, I will rise. Let those 3 words become your covenant with heaven. I will rise means you are done apologizing for your anointing. It means fear no longer dictates your timing. It means you refuse to let hesitation hold hostage what heaven has already handed you. These words are your vow, your awakening, your declaration that stillness has ended. Say them softly, type them boldly, and let them echo beyond this moment. Because when you speak them in faith, heaven hears more than words. It hears readiness. The time has come. You will not stay where you were. You will rise. When you write, "I will rise," you're not just commenting, you're confessing alignment. It's your soul standing at attention before heaven's call. Those 3 words are a vow whispered into eternity, declaring that you choose courage over comfort, motion over fear, obedience over hesitation. "I will rise" means you accept the mantle placed upon you. You refuse to shrink to fit small spaces that no longer match your growth. It's your agreement with divine timing saying, "I am ready to move when you say move." Heaven marks such declarations as readiness. Every time you repeat, "I will rise," the atmosphere around you shifts. Angels record it as commitment. Creation recognizes it as command. The darkness that once confined you loses its grip because your spirit has spoken. You are no longer waiting for signs, you are the sign. Chosen one, the light in you has never been meant to walk alone. When one flame rises, it calls to another, and soon the darkness that once seemed endless begins to flicker with countless sparks. That is what is happening now. You are not the only one awakening. Others are beginning to sense the same stirring, the same holy ache that whispers, "There is more." This is the season of gathering, not gathering for noise or numbers, but for purpose. Heaven is weaving threads across nations, pulling together those whose hearts burn for truth, those whose eyes have seen through illusion. You are finding them sometimes in silence, sometimes in chance conversations, sometimes through words that feel strangely familiar, as if you've known them for lifetimes. That familiarity is spiritual recognition. The chosen are finding each other, according to what is written in the book of Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. That scripture breathes now, alive through your generation. You are being positioned among others whose fire will not compete with yours, but complete it. Together, you will carry light into corners of the world that have forgotten warmth. Every soul awakened by your obedience will awaken another, a ripple of revival, not in churches alone, but in cities, streets, and homes. The enemy thrives in isolation because isolation breeds confusion. But unity births revelation. When chosen ones gather, clarity amplifies. You begin to remember who you are by standing next to those who have remembered too. Their courage ignites yours. Their testimony strengthens your own. Alone, you are a spark. Together, you become a constellation. This connection is sacred. It is not built on appearance, status, or performance. It's built on recognition, spirit calling to spirit, light responding to light. Heaven calls it the awakening of the remnant. You have felt it already, the magnetic pull toward truth-tellers, intercessors, healers, artists, prophets, each carrying a fragment of heaven's sound. When their voices join, the vibration becomes unbreakable. Chosen one, understand this: the world does not change through one voice shouting. It changes when many whispers align. That is what heaven is orchestrating through you now, a symphony of surrendered hearts. Every word you speak, every act of kindness, every truth you share sends out a frequency that finds its match. And this is where the holy metaphor unfolds. Sharing what awakens you is not promotion, it's participation. When you share, you are not pushing information, you are passing fire. You become a torchbearer in a long line of light keepers. Each person who receives your flame carries it onward, and soon the horizon begins to glow. To like this moment is not about approval, it's about resonance. It is your quiet nod to heaven saying, I recognize this sound. It belongs to me. The gesture may be small, but it echoes a ripple of agreement that strengthens the current of awakening flowing through this world. And when you subscribe, think of it not as joining something, but as remaining near the flame. It's a sacred way of saying, keep me close to the fire. Let me not drift back into slumber. You are choosing proximity to light, a voluntary return to the warmth that first called you awake. None of this is required, all of it is invitation. The kind of invitation heaven never forces, only offers, like a sunrise waiting at your window, patient, gentle, certain. Look around, the gathering has already begun. Somewhere, someone is reading these same words, their heart trembling like yours. Across oceans and time zones, the chosen are stirring. The same spirit that breathes through you breathes through them. And when light recognizes light, distance dissolves. This is not about building a following, it's about building a fire. You are part of something ancient and alive, a network of souls woven together by divine design. When one shines, all see clearer. When one speaks truth, all grow stronger. So let your agreement be soft but sure. Let it move like morning wind through the leaves. You may press the heart to say, I see you. You may share the flame so another will remember. You may stay close to the source that rekindles your glow. However you respond, let it be born of reverence, not routine. For every act of genuine connection feeds the fire of awakening. And when enough chosen ones say yes, the night itself begins to fade. You are part of that light, chosen one, a single spark in a gathering blaze that no darkness can overcome. Chosen one, now comes the quiet test, the one no one sees. It is not about enemies or storms, it is about your faith when nothing seems to move. The fire has been lit, the vision given, and the promise spoken, yet heaven seems silent once more. This is the final stretching of your trust, the refining of your endurance. You are standing in what feels like delay, but in truth, you are standing in divine rehearsal. Every chosen one walks through this corridor, a space between instruction and manifestation. It's the season where faith must live without applause, where conviction must breathe without validation. The heavens are not ignoring you. They are watching to see if your heart will remain steady when signs are scarce. As was spoken in the sacred texts of old, in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay. This is heaven's language of patience. It will surely come. What you have seen is not imagination, it is revelation. What you carry is not fantasy, it is prophecy. The delay you feel is not denial, it is detail. God is perfecting alignment, orchestrating every moving part so that when the moment arrives, it unfolds flawlessly. Yet waiting can wound the strongest of souls. You've given, trusted, prayed, and still the door remains closed. The mind starts whispering doubts. Did I hear wrong? Maybe I misread the sign, but faith was never meant to live by evidence. Faith is the fire that keeps burning when there is no light. Chosen one, understand this silence is not punishment, it's permission for depth. In noise, you learn to react. In silence, you learn to listen. The waiting space is where heaven tunes your ear to frequencies that can only be heard in stillness. You are being trained to hear God not in the thunder, but in the whisper. Every test of delay is a mirror. It reveals not what you lack, but what you trust. Impatience says, I must act now. Faith says, even if I don't see it, I will stand. And heaven always rewards the ones who stand when there's no visible reason to. Think of Abraham, called to believe for a promise that defied his age. Think of Joseph, holding on to dreams through betrayal and imprisonment. Think of David, anointed yet still tending sheep while the throne awaited. Their waiting was not wasted, it was weaved into their becoming. Each delay taught them humility, endurance, and discernment, the very qualities required to handle the blessing. So what if your delay is not a pause but a preparation? What if the silence is heaven's way of stretching your capacity so the promise won't crush you when it comes? What if the waiting is mercy disguised as stillness? Chosen one. The truth is, this promises given too early can destroy the unready. The weight of destiny demands the muscle of endurance. And you, right now, are developing that muscle. You are learning to breathe in peace even when the timeline seems broken. You are learning that faith is not measured by how fast you see results, but by how long you can trust without them. Heaven's silence is also protection. Sometimes God withholds details not to torment you, but to guard you. If you knew everything, you'd rush ahead, mishandling sacred timing. The mystery keeps you dependent, and dependency keeps you safe. There is beauty in not knowing. The unknown keeps you humble, pliable, ready for correction. And in that posture, heaven can build deeper things in you than certainty ever could. Do not confuse stillness with stagnation. You are growing in unseen ways. Roots don't make noise when they expand beneath the soil. Yet they are the very reason the tree survives the storm. Your roots of faith are doing the same, growing silently, deeply, unshakably. Chosen one. Let this bring peace to your heart. Nothing has been lost. The vision still breathes. The promise is still alive. It may feel quiet, but quiet doesn't mean empty. Quiet means sacred. The same hand that wrote your destiny has not paused, it is perfecting. When the time comes, it will unfold suddenly, beautifully, inevitably. You will look back and understand that every moment of waiting was working for you. Until then, breathe in patience like prayer. Walk in peace as if the promise has already been fulfilled. Because in heaven's timeline, it already has. Chosen one. The signs are converging. The numbers, the moments, the strange coincidences that pull at your attention, they're not random. Heaven is speaking in patterns now. For those who are awake, the alignment is impossible to ignore. Every repetition, every symbol that crosses your path is whispering one truth: the appointed hour has come. You've waited through wilderness seasons, walked through storms, endured silence, and now the signs confirm what your spirit already knew. Something is shifting in the unseen. The pieces that never made sense are falling into divine order. Heaven is no longer silent, it is signaling. As revealed in the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 22. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells with him. This is that revelation moment. What was hidden is about to be illuminated. What you thought was lost is being redefined. The numbers you keep seeing, the dreams that repeat, the timing of conversations, all of them are part of heaven's code, woven gently through your ordinary days. When you see these signs, don't dismiss them as coincidence. Heaven doesn't waste repetition. The alignment you're witnessing is confirmation that your life is syncing with its original design. The divine rhythm is pulling you into motion, matching your steps with heaven's heartbeat. Chosen one. These are not ordinary days. You can feel it, the subtle electricity in the air, the pull toward purpose that feels stronger than before. Destiny is drawing near, and the spirit within you is alert, awake, ready. You're no longer searching for signs, now the signs are searching for you. It's because you've reached a frequency that creation recognizes. You are walking in prophetic rhythm now, a place where the natural and the supernatural blur. You may look the same on the outside, but spiritually, the atmosphere shifts when you enter a room. Heaven has begun to mark your movement. Pay attention to the subtle details, the timing of encounters, the words that seem to echo from multiple voices, the patterns in numbers or events that repeat until you notice. This is heaven's language of alignment. When the divine wants your attention, it will speak in sequence, and those sequences will feel alive when you see them. The convergence is not just external, it's happening within you. Your thoughts are sharper, your sensitivity stronger, your discernment clearer. You've stopped trying to force timing, and instead, you're flowing with it. That is the sign of maturity, when your will and heaven's will begin to move as one. Chosen one. There's a particular number being whispered across your path now. You've seen it in hours, totals, pages, addresses. It lingers because it carries meaning, a message from eternity wrapped in simplicity. That number is 555. Write 555 in the comments if your spirit senses its resonance. It is not superstition, it is symbolism. 555 is the number of divine transition and grace upon grace. It means heaven is not just changing your surroundings, it's transforming you. It marks the moment where old cycles close and new paths open, not by effort but by design. When you type 555, you're declaring that you trust the movement of God even when the destination is not yet clear. It means you accept the transformation, the release, the rebirth that heaven is orchestrating. You're not resisting the change anymore. You're flowing with it. Do you feel it, that mix of anticipation and calm? That's what divine alignment feels like. You are not being rushed. You're being carried. You're not being pushed forward. You're being drawn upward. Every number heaven sends carries energy. And 555 carries the vibration of freedom. It tells the heavens, I am ready for the shift. It invites acceleration without chaos, motion without confusion. It means grace will cover your next steps just as mercy covered your last ones. Chosen one, this is your sign in the signs. Heaven is confirming the time has come. The doors are aligning. The timing is exact, and the future is unfolding in divine sequence. Watch closely, the code has already begun to glow around you. When you write 555, you're responding to heaven's rhythm. Those numbers are not empty digits. They're coordinates in the spiritual map of your destiny. Each 5 signifies grace multiplied, past, present, and future, covering every version of you and announcing that transformation is not coming. It has already begun. 555 is your declaration of surrender to divine transition. It means you no longer cling to what's fading. You open your hands to what's forming. It's your way of saying, I trust the change. I trust the process. I trust the God who guides me. Heaven hears it as readiness for renewal. Chosen one, the mantle has descended, quietly, invisibly. It has settled over your shoulders not as a weight, but as a covering. You may not feel it at first, yet something in your spirit already knows you are no longer who you were yesterday. Heaven has clothed you in authority. It happened while you were still healing, while you were still questioning whether you were ready. You didn't have to chase it or prove yourself worthy of it. Mantles are not earned by perfection. They are given by obedience. And your obedience, even when trembling, has made you a vessel heaven can trust. As declared in the 2nd book of Kings, chapter 2, verse 15. When the sons of the prophets who were watching at Jericho saw him, they said, "The spirit of Elijah rests on Elisha." And they came to meet him and bowed to the ground before him. That moment was more than succession, it was recognition. The same is happening to you now. The mantle that rested on those before you has found you. The spiritual lineage of those who prayed, prophesied, and persevered before your time now flows through you. Their fire didn't die, it waited for you to pick it up. You've been wondering why you feel heavier, why the air around you feels charged, why you sense responsibility pressing on your heart. It's because heaven is entrusting you with greater influence, not to rule, but to serve. Authority in the kingdom is never domination, it's stewardship. To carry the mantle is to carry people, to intercede for those who cannot yet see. This new weight will ask more of you, more silence, more wisdom, more restraint. The higher the mantle, the greater the humility required to hold it. For true power flows through those who have learned to bow before they lead. Chosen one, your mantle will not make you popular. It will make you effective. It will not make you loud. It will make you precise. You will begin to speak less but with greater impact. You will sense when to move and when to wait. Heaven's guidance will feel closer now, almost tangible. But with great authority comes the temptation of self. The enemy will try to twist your awareness of power into pride. That's why mantles must always rest on surrendered shoulders. Remember, you are not the source of power, you are its steward. The mantle does not glorify the vessel. It glorifies the one who gave it. You'll notice your prayers changing. They will carry more weight because they are no longer fueled by emotion but by assignment. When you speak now, heaven listens differently. The mantle has altered your sound. It carries the authority of generations behind it. Angels respond not to volume, but to alignment, and you are aligned. Chosen one, this authority will also refine your circle. Not everyone can walk with you in this new season. The mantle separates as much as it elevates. Some will misunderstand your silence. Others will be drawn to your presence without knowing why. It's not you they sense, it's the mantle. It carries a fragrance that awakens reverence. Do not be surprised if your life feels quieter now. Heaven reduces noise when it increases power. The less you react, the more you radiate. The mantle transforms energy into presence, words into weight. You will begin to notice that when you enter spaces, peace follows. When you leave, conviction lingers. That is the mark of true spiritual authority. You have become a living answer to old prayers, a continuation of a story written before your time. The mantle is heaven's way of saying, what began with them will not end until it flows through you. You are now an ambassador of the kingdom, carrying light into systems, conversations, and hearts that have long forgotten holiness. You are the reminder, the recalibration, the living echo of heaven's order. Chosen one, wear it humbly, walk gently, speak slowly, move only when prompted. The mantle will teach you as you carry it. Every day will reveal a new dimension of its power, wisdom disguised as whisper, strength hidden in stillness, courage wrapped in compassion. And remember this, the mantle was not given to decorate your life, but to direct it. You are not just called to shine, you are called to serve. The true sign of a mantle is not applause, it is impact. When your presence restores, when your words reconcile, when your silence heals, that is when the mantle is most alive. Chosen one, you are no longer waiting for permission. You have already been appointed. Heaven has placed its authority upon you, and now the world will begin to feel the shift. Walk in it quietly, faithfully, powerfully. The mantle rests, and it fits you perfectly. Chosen one. The air around you feels different now, thinner, holier, quieter. You have crossed an invisible threshold. Few ever walk this far. Many are called, but few endure the refining, the stripping, the solitude. the stretching that brings a soul into perfect alignment with purpose. You have not only been called, you have been chosen from the chosen. This is the separation season. It is not rejection, it is refinement. The closer you move toward your assignment, the more heaven narrows your path. What once was optional is no longer permitted. What once was tolerated now becomes too heavy to carry. The light of calling is bright, but its gravity pulls away everything that cannot travel with you, as the Word of God declares in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 14. For many are called, but few are chosen. That verse has echoed through centuries, often repeated but rarely understood. Being called is an invitation, being chosen is an entrustment. The chosen are not selected because they are perfect. They are entrusted because they remain faithful in imperfection. Heaven watches not for flawless performance, but for unwavering surrender. You, chosen one, have reached the place where surrender is your only strength. The world may see your calm and mistake it for ease, but heaven knows the cost of that stillness. You have walked through tests that stripped away your certainty until only obedience remained. That is why you carry peace now, not as comfort, but as conquest. The separation you feel is sacred. Some connections fade, not because of bitterness, but because your frequencies no longer match. Certain voices grow distant, not from pride, but from preservation. Heaven is guarding what it has placed within you. To remain chosen, you must protect the purity of your assignment. There will be moments when loneliness visits again, but this time it will not sting, it will sanctify. Solitude has become your sanctuary, not your sentence. In stillness, you hear heaven clearly. In quiet, you sense its presence more vividly than crowds ever offered. You are learning that being set apart is not about isolation, it's about elevation. Chosen one, remember this: the narrow path is not punishment. It is the highway of holiness, carved for those who dare to carry light through shadows. It does not allow distraction because destiny demands focus. Every step forward refines your motives, sharpens your discernment, and strengthens your resolve. You have noticed how sensitive you've become to energy, to words, to intentions. That is not fragility, it is spiritual precision. Heaven has tuned your senses to recognize what is divine and what is counterfeit. You can no longer tolerate gossip, chaos, or spiritual noise because your anointing vibrates at a higher frequency. There is also a deeper humility taking root in you. The further heaven lifts you, the lower your heart bows. You no longer crave validation because revelation satisfies more deeply. You don't chase recognition because obedience has become your reward. The applause of men cannot compare to the still nod of God that whispers, "You are where I need you." This separation will bring clarity. You will see that not everyone who began with you was meant to finish beside you. Some were divine scaffolding meant to build, not to stay. When their season ends, release them without resentment. Their exit is not your loss, it is your preparation. Every pruning clears room for new fruit. Chosen one, heaven is simplifying your life because the next stage of your calling requires focus that distractions cannot afford. You are being purified for precision. When you speak, your words will pierce deeper. When you move, results will follow faster. You are becoming a vessel that carries both weight and lightness, firm enough to hold glory, empty enough to let it flow through. The separation between the called and the chosen is not measured by visibility but by purity. Some will shine publicly yet remain bound privately. Others, like you, will walk quietly yet move heaven with a whisper. The chosen are not known by crowds, they are known by the clarity of their obedience. This path will not always be celebrated. The chosen often look misunderstood to the unawakened. You may feel unseen, but invisibility is part of the strategy. Heaven hides its sharpest instruments until the appointed moment of release. Hold steady, chosen one. Let go of what tries to cling to your ankles. Keep your eyes on the horizon of purpose. The separation is not the end of relationships. It is the beginning of revelation. You are crossing into rare air, where only those fully yielded can breathe freely. You are not walking away. You are walking higher. The view will change. The circle will shrink. But the presence of God, the same fire that called you, purified you, and covered you, will remain constant. Few walk this far, but you have, and that is enough proof that you truly belong to the few who are chosen. Chosen one. The journey has carved deep wisdom into your soul. You've learned that every crown is shaped by a cross, and every blessing is balanced by burden. You've discovered that glory isn't glitter, it's weight. The crown you carry now doesn't sit on your head, it rests on your spirit. It glows quietly, forged through pain, persistence, and prayer. This is the moment of convergence, the place where your suffering and your strength finally meet. You can feel it, can't you? That calm certainty that no matter what comes next, you'll survive it. You've already lived through what once terrified you. Now your courage is not loud but steady, the kind that doesn't need to prove itself because it has already been proven. As revealed in the first letter of Peter, chapter 5, verse 10. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. Those words are your story. The pain you endured was never punishment, it was preparation. Every heartbreak pressed gold into your spirit. Every loss widened the space within you for grace to reside. You were refined to reign not over others, but over fear, over doubt, over the shadows that once dictated your worth. Chosen one. This is the balance of destiny, the cross before the crown. The two are inseparable. You cannot wear heaven's authority without carrying heaven's humility. You have learned that glory without grounding collapses, and power without purity corrupts. That is why God allowed your heart to break, so that your authority would be compassionate, not cold. You now understand that true kings and queens in the kingdom are servants first. The crown is not made of metal, but of mercy. Each jewel upon it represents the people you've prayed for, the forgiveness you've offered, the nights you wept in secret but still believed. You wear compassion like armor now, and love has become your greatest weapon. Your presence carries peace not because life is easy, but because your faith has learned to rest even when the waves still roar. You no longer beg for calm seas. You have learned to walk on water. And that, chosen one, is the posture of those who carry both the cross and the crown. The world will never understand this paradox, how surrender births strength, how humility births honor, how serving becomes ruling. But heaven does, and heaven is watching proudly. Now, as this revelation settles over you, a new sound rises, not of command, but of invitation. Heaven is whispering again, not demanding, only inviting. Will you keep the flame alive? This is where the metaphor becomes sacred. When you like this message, imagine you're lighting a small candle at the altar of truth, a flicker of acknowledgement saying, "Yes, this speaks to my soul." Each gesture becomes an echo of gratitude, a gentle agreement between your spirit and the heavens that orchestrated this encounter. When you share, think of it not as sending content, but as passing light. Picture yourself walking through a vast field at dusk, handing another soul a spark to guide them home. The act is simple, but the impact eternal, one flame touching another until the horizon glows. And when you choose to subscribe, let it be more than a click. Let it feel like covenant, a quiet way of saying, keep me near the fire, keep my heart awake. It's not about following a voice, it's about staying close to the frequency that keeps your faith alive. Lastly, as your heart finds resonance in these words, you may leave behind a few of your own, a comment born not of routine but of reverence. Write what the light stirs within you, perhaps gratitude, perhaps reflection, perhaps silence expressed in words. Your comment becomes a footprint of faith, a gentle mark that says, I was here, and I was moved. All of this, the listening, the reflection, the response is not transaction, it is transformation. It is your soul's dialogue with heaven through action. You don't owe it, you offer it. So let this be the moment you realize that the cross you carried was never meant to crush you. It was carving a space for the crown that now gleams invisibly upon you. And every time you choose to pass the light, to honor the word, to stay near the flame, you polish that crown a little brighter. The journey is not ending, chosen one. It's ascending. You are no longer breaking, you are building. No longer waiting, you are walking. No longer hoping, you are happening. And heaven, watching with quiet pride, whispers the truth you've longed to hear. You did not carry the cross in vain. You wear the crown well, chosen one. The air hums differently now. You've carried your cross. You've received your crown. And now the ripples of your obedience begin to move beyond you. The transformation that started within your soul is echoing outward, touching hearts, shifting atmospheres, awakening nations. What heaven began in silence is beginning to roar. You might not notice it in headlines or noise, but it's happening quietly, powerfully, irreversibly. Across continents and languages, lights are igniting. People are beginning to hunger for truth again, to question the darkness they once called comfort, to remember the sound of their own souls. The awakening of nations has begun, and you, chosen one, are part of its pulse. The word of God resounds in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 3. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. This is not a metaphor alone. It is a prophecy in motion. Every time you live in truth, every time you speak with kindness, every time you stand when compromise seems easier, light travels farther than you imagine. The energy of your obedience creates waves that ripple across generations. Somewhere, someone you will never meet is finding courage because of the faith you carried silently. That is how nations awaken, not through noise, but through the steady rhythm of individuals who refuse to bow to darkness. The world changes when one person, one family, one community decides to live differently. The kingdom expands not by conquest, but by compassion. And compassion is what now defines you. Chosen one. This is why your journey was so intense. The storms were never just about you. They were about everything connected to you. The tests you survived unlocked authority that now overflows into others. You were refined to be a carrier of awakening, a walking revival, a living reminder that hope still breathes. The awakening begins quietly. It looks like forgiveness where there should be bitterness. It looks like integrity where deceit has thrived. It looks like patience in a world addicted to hurry. You are embodying heaven's culture on earth. And even if you don't see the results yet, the shift is happening. Light never asks for permission to enter, it simply arrives, and darkness yields. Heaven's strategy has always been subtle. It hides power in humility, wisdom in gentleness, glory in service. The awakening of nations doesn't begin with platforms, it begins with posture. When you bow your heart in surrender, heaven lifts its voice through you. Your quiet obedience is a revolution. You've noticed how conversations are changing, how people around you are asking questions they never dared to before. The stirring you feel is collective. Humanity is remembering that it was made for more than consumption and noise. The veil of illusion is thinning, and truth is breaking through. You are both witness and participant in this holy unfolding. Chosen one, heaven has positioned you strategically. Every place your feet touch becomes an altar. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to reflect light. You may not always see immediate change, but seeds are being planted with every word, every look, every act of grace. Revival doesn't always shout sometimes, it whispers through consistency. You are not responsible for saving the world. You are responsible for shining where you stand. That is how nations wake, one illuminated soul at a time. You are part of a divine relay, carrying the torch of awakening across your generation. And the fire you carry will outlive you. This is legacy. This is influence that cannot be bought or measured. It is not followers. It is fruit. It is not fame. It is faith that multiplies. You may never know the full reach of your obedience until eternity reveals it. But heaven already records every ripple. Chosen one, the awakening will not always look dramatic. Sometimes it's a mother praying softly over her child, a young voice choosing honesty in a world of deception, an old man forgiving himself at last. Every act of light is part of the same movement, a kingdom quietly reclaiming the earth through love. Stand firm. The darkness is loud because it's losing. The noise is rising because its time is short. But light does not argue with shadows, it simply shines. Continue to live as one whose heart has seen heaven. Your existence itself is testimony. The awakening of nations is not coming, it has begun. And through your obedience, through your courage, through your quiet persistence, the world is remembering what holiness feels like. You are not small in this story. You are the spark that starts wildfires of change. When future generations speak of this era, they will not mention only chaos and conflict, they will whisper of a remnant who refused to be dimmed. You are that remnant. The light you carry is older than time and stronger than fear. Let it keep burning, for the world is watching and heaven is moving. Chosen one, everything has led here: the fire, the silence, the breaking, the rising. Every test has shaped you for this final step, the point of no return. Heaven has whispered through every storm, refined you through every loss, and now stand still to watch what you will choose. You are standing on sacred ground, between what was and what will be. This is not just another season. It is the threshold. The air feels heavy with purpose because it carries the weight of fulfillment. Everything inside you senses it, this quiet awareness that nothing can remain the same. The final step is not about movement outward, but surrender inward. It is not about doing more, it is about becoming more. As written in the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 8, I know your deeds. See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. I know that you have little strength, yet you have kept my word and have not denied my name. The door stands open. It does not need to be forced, nor does it require permission. Heaven opens it when the heart is ready, not when the world approves. And your heart, weary yet unwavering, has proven ready. You have kept the word even when it hurt. You have stayed when it was easier to run. That obedience has unlocked what effort never could. Chosen one, this is where faith matures into knowing. You no longer need constant signs to believe. Belief itself has become your breath. The stillness that once frightened you now feels like home because you have learned that silence can be sacred too. You understand now that obedience is not about understanding every step, it is about trusting every whisper. The final step is the surrender of control. The last thing heaven asks of those it sends forth is not performance but release. You must let go of outcomes, of expectations, of timelines. Because the open door is not a place, it is a posture. Those who walk through it are not those who push hardest, but those who yield deepest. Look back for a moment, not with regret, but with reverence. See the thread of divine design woven through your story, how every loss led to clarity, every delay to alignment, every heartbreak to humility. Nothing was wasted. Heaven used it all to sculpt a heart that could carry its glory without pride. This final step demands honesty. Can you trust God with what you cannot control? Can you believe that even if the path disappears beneath your feet, you will not fall, but fly? Heaven never sends the chosen into safety. It sends them into destiny. And destiny always looks like risk to those who have not yet stepped. Chosen one. This is the culmination of everything you've learned: to trust the invisible, to stand when you can't see, to walk when you don't understand. The open door before you will not close, but you must choose to enter. The next chapter cannot begin until you cross this threshold. You will not be the same once you do. The atmosphere beyond the door feels different because the version of you that enters will not be the one who leaves. The final step always transforms. It is the place where surrender turns into flight and faith becomes sight. Heaven will not push you. It never does. It invites, it beckons, it waits. God's greatest miracles are not forced, they are followed. And now, heaven waits for your movement, not out of pressure, but out of love. Take a breath. Feel the gravity of grace pulling you forward. The ground beneath you hums with divine promise. The future is already written, but it is waiting for your yes to turn the page. The moment you move, the unseen will rearrange itself around your obedience. You will find that everything you feared losing was never meant to stay. Everything real will remain, purified and strong. Everything false will fall away like dust. The final step strips away illusion until only truth remains, and that truth will set you free. Chosen one, the time for hesitation is over. The waiting has served its purpose. The world may not understand what happens next, but heaven will rejoice. For when you step through this door, you will not only fulfill prophecy, you will become it. Walk forward now, not with haste, but with holiness. Every sound of your step will echo in eternity. The angels have prepared the way. The wind of destiny is gentle but firm at your back. This is your moment, the final step. Not the end of a story, but the beginning of one that has no ending. Heaven smiles as you cross the threshold. You were never walking toward purpose. Purpose was always walking toward you. And now, at last, you have met. Chosen one. The journey has reached its quiet summit. The words have spoken. The visions have unfolded, and the truth has been delivered. You stand at the horizon now, no longer waiting to be called, but walking as one who knows. Heaven's whisper has become your own heartbeat. The story that began in trembling now ends in triumph. Yet even this ending isn't an ending at all. It's a continuation written in your steps. Every day from here becomes a new chapter where faith and action intertwine. You are no longer a listener of divine words, you are their living echo. And now, as you stand in this sacred afterglow, let your agreement with heaven be quiet but sure. When you like, imagine it as laying one small stone on the altar of gratitude, a sign that this encounter touched something eternal within you. If you choose to share, See it as releasing a dove into the open sky, carrying hope to someone whose spirit still hides behind the clouds. Let it fly freely without demand or expectation, trusting that it will find the soul who needs its light most. And when you subscribe, let it feel like resting by a warm fire, deciding to stay close to the flame that reminds you of who you are. It is not following a page. It is following the pull of purpose that still burns quietly in your chest. Finally, leave your words below a reflection, a revelation, a simple thank you. Your comment becomes a footprint in sacred ground, a reminder that you were here, awake and willing. Heaven watches still. The light you carry will not fade. The story continues through you.